Hey folks, welcome back to the 74 Challenger Restoration. Now this is going to be a pretty big episode because we're going to try and get that firewall installed into the car. Now, as you would have saw in the last episode, I've already done some preliminary fitting with this firewall. I wanted to make sure I could get everything with this doorpost lined up before I went and welded that thing in. So I already have a rough idea of how this is going to go in, but now I need to really start working on all the little fine details. So coming up into this this windshield section here, this all needs to be formed down properly into the window channel. We gotta make sure all these gaps are nice and tight on the pillar, and then come into whatever this panel's called and get that fitted. And then on the other side, we actually have to rebuild this side panel. It's quite rotten, so we're gonna get this thing fitted properly into place, and then we're gonna build that guy out to where it needs to be in order to attach to the firewall. I'm going to start right here on the driver's side corner and work into this window channel, and then slowly work my way down that side of the panel. So similar techniques as before. I'm going to use some self-tapping screws, just use a hammer, form things into where they need to be, and yeah, just a lot of screws, get it lined up, hold it in place. Once everything is lined up, it'll get pulled off. I'll drill all the holes I need for the spot welds, and yeah, then we can weld it in. Alright, so right up near that A pillar, we close that in real nice and tight. That's sitting very nice across there. Okay, I still need to work that little channel section right there. That's no biggie. Then up underneath, that's fitting real nice in there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now, next part, we need to join this thing to the floor pan, and I've already noticed this issue already. This does not line up anywhere close, and I don't know why. I don't know if the floor pan needs to move up in that corner, but the first part of it's fine, but I think I need to push that floor pan up a little bit. So next thing, we'll maybe I'll do the other side. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll get this side of the floor pan done, and then we'll move over to the other side, start back at the top. Okay, passenger side, pretty much the exact same thing as the driver's side. Gonna start at the top here and pull all these gaps down, work our way around. The only real difference is there's really nothing here to line it up with. So I'll just be connecting it on the floor pan, and then that will kind of allow me to cut this rusty section out and then build out to the firewall. Okay. Okay, passenger side went pretty good. So next thing I need to do is I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna cut back a section of this rusty panel, and we're just gonna rebuild it out to the firewall. Have the bottom just pinched together in one spot for now, and you can just kind of see in here in the inside it's joining up pretty good. Need to do a little bit of work in the middle and the hump there, but it's coming along. Just cut back all that rotten stuff. So now what I'm gonna do, I'll come in with some cardboard, we'll make a template, cut it out of some fresh steel, and we'll rebuild this corner. Okay, I got the patch all done, and that's fitting pretty nice. So we're gonna weld that up. Once I finish welding this guy in, I'm gonna make the other piece that comes out to join up to the side of the firewall plate there. Okay, let's throw some weld on it. Alright, just finished welding this guy up. That turned out pretty good. In fact, that might be some of the best welds I've done yet on this old cart. Now, I hammer formed this corner down as best as I could. So that's sitting as flat as I can get it. And then I did the same to the other side. So what I think I'm going to do now is, now that I have this thing all fitted into place, I'm going to pull it off. I'm going to drill all the holes I need for the spot welds, and coat everything I need with any primer. And then I think we're going to weld this guy in. Just finished doing all the prep work on this firewall. So I went around and drilled out all the holes for the spot welds. Coated it with some weld through zinc primer. Now we're gonna put it in one more time and weld it in. that job's finished up. That was quite a bit of work. Fitment wasn't the best, to be honest. I had a really hard time getting this thing lining up along the bottom. The edges weren't too bad, but as you moved over into the transmission hump area, I just had a really hard time getting anything to quite line up. This corner was the absolute worst. I just couldn't get that thing to fit. I think this lip is missing a lot of steel in this corner. Yeah, I'm not thrilled. And these are AMD panels, the floor pan and the firewall. Up in the top, I was able to make this work pretty good. I'll have to grind all these welds smooth to put the cowl on top, and then we'll head over to the other side. Same thing. I was able to get fitment up in this area pretty good. And then we have that piece there that I fabricated. That went really nice. Again, this floor pan just did not line up very well with the firewall. I'm not super thrilled with how this turned out. Anyway, it's in. It's not rusty. It's solid. I actually think I'm going to come along on the inside here, along this entire lip where it joins, and I'll probably just weld that solid. You can actually see right over here, there's still quite a big gap you can see through. I think I'm just gonna fully weld that. All right, I think that's a good place to stop for this episode. That was quite a bit of work. Got that firewall in. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next time.